In this session, we are going to be looking at the weekly outlook, what we're going to be expecting for the week, and what we want to see happen on the following pairs: DXY, Euro USD, GBP USD, and US30. So we're going to be looking at 4 pairs for this week as requested by the community at large. That's what we're going to be looking at. Now, if you have any pair you want us to specifically look on, do us a favor to comment in the description box and we'll try as much as possible to make a video on it. If you need any educational content, do us a favor to comment in the description box so we're going to make a video on it. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Give us a follow on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at the Forex Mastermind. Take out time to follow us on all the social medias for basic and free education comes up every time there. So without wasting much of our time, let's head on to today's video and see what we're gonna be expecting for the week. Before heading on to our chart, we're gonna look at the fundamentals that we're gonna be expecting for this week. If we look at the previous week we had some strong fundamentals, and this week we are seeing very strong fundamentals from the NFP and so many other news. So let's just have a quick look at on the news that we're expecting. So we're looking on Monday. On Monday we are seeing the SP Global Manufacturing PMI and also the ISM Manufacturing PMI, which is a very strong fundamental news. We're also seeing on Tuesday, we have so many news on Tuesday, like we have the CPI coming out on Euro, we have the S&P Manufacturing coming out on GBP USD, we also have the SP Global Manufacturing coming out on the Euro, and we finally have the jobs openings coming on USD at 3 o'clock. And on Wednesday we have unemployment rates that's going to be coming out, and we have the ISM Manufacturing PMI. We also had the Fed interest rate decision coming out on Wednesday, and the Fed press conference coming out on Wednesday. Fed will be making their decision by then. And on Thursday, what do we have? On Thursday we have the unemployment rate, we have the jobless claims coming out this week. We also have the ECB press conference, which is a very important news in the Euro. And on Friday we have the almighty NFP. NFP is the non-farm payroll news. We're gonna see the employment rates, people, how many jobs were added and how many jobs were lost in the previous month. So basically this particular week, we're gonna have a whole lot of fundamentals which everyone should look out for and be expecting, because you have to know what you are going to be expecting. So basically, what's best to do when you wake up in the morning, you head onto your chart, you take out time to go through the fundamentals, you check out this time and the fundamentals is going to come out, so you know how you're going to be react. For someone that plays fundamental, it's best to know when these fundamentals are coming out so you can be taking your trade during this period of time. And for those that don't trade fundamentals, you either come online and put your stop losses at break even or secure partials along the line, because fundamentals can go crazy at some point. But it's best for a beginner's trader to avoid anything related to fundamentals. We advise beginners traders to stick to their technical analysis. Now, going back to our chart, we have the DXY, which we're going to be starting with, and on the weekly time frame period with our previous week, our analysis, we can clearly see that on the weekly time frame we are quite bullish, and whatever we are seeing, it's a complex retracement. Okay, on the previous time frame we can clearly see, on the weekly time frame we can clearly see that week market has been creating a series of higher highs, series of higher highs, and why is not picking up. So on our weekly time frame we can understand that we are in a strong bullish trend, where we can clearly see the market has been creating some series of higher highs. At this point, yeah, I'm gonna count as a higher high, higher low, higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows and higher highs, until we probably reacted to a monthly zone at the top there. Market came back and probably reacted to a monthly level at that top there, and after that happened, we will clearly see a strong rejection come to the downside. So basically, On our weekly time frame, we are still quite bullish, except we don't look at our current price action that is going on here. We look at what's happening inside there. Then we can see that we are experiencing some barely bearish complex retracement on a monthly time frame. Now, let me delete this out. Now, looking at our chart, they want to put in some technical tools on our chart. We will clearly understand that we have a break of structure to the upside at that level. They're putting up some technical tools on our chart. They have a break of structure to the upside. That level there, we have our beautifully created demand zone at this point, which was invalid, confirming that we have the supply demand flip. And although we are still quite in a bearish trend, because we have not had any confirmation that we are still going to go bullish, we are still in the bearish correction or the bearish retracement, because you can clearly see the market taking out this low, although it's just taking out the week, but it's quite significant. Taking out that low at that point there with that week there. Because you see the market mitigating supply zones at the top there. We have the supply zone at that level which the market is currently reacting to. So basically we are still quite bearish, still in the bearish retracement, although overall we are bullish. Overall price actor, we are bullish, but we are currently expressing some bearish retracement on the DXY. And remember, if the DXY is buying any other pair like Euro, USD, GBP, USD, SZD, USD, AD, it's gonna be worth selling. But if the DXY is buying, if the DXY is also buying USD, JPY, USD CAD, USD CHF, it's going to be what also buy. Now, these pairs they correlate, okay? Now, we continue on our chart. Looking at that, you can see that we are in an overall bullish weekly movement, and whatever we're experiencing here is a complex bearish retracement. Now, head on to our daily time frame to get more insight of what to expect from the market for this week. Our daily time frame, we clearly understand that price has been strongly bearish. From the top there, you clearly see that we have a what? Red market created a higher high at that point there. I went ahead to create a what? Clearly see market created a higher high at that point. I went ahead to create a what? A lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, yeah, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and lower high. At that point there, but after market came back to the supplies, what can we see happen? We clearly see that we had a change of character confirming our change in market structure. Change of character concerning our change in market structure. The video will be uploaded this week concerning what change of character is. So we have a change of character at this level there when market took out that lows at that point there, and took out the highs first. When market took out this high here, I also took out the lows at that point there, and market went down to continue to taking out structure to the downside, give trust to the downside, confirming that overall we are quite very bearish. Okay, so we have our break of structure at this point there. We also have another one at this level there. So market has been taking out lows to the downside, on technical tools on our charts there. But we're going to be focusing on the present market condition. That is what's happening. We're going to focus on what's happening inside here. This is the present market condition. That's why we're going to put in pay more attention to what's happening at that level there. Okay, now if you look at on our screen here, we clearly see that the market has taken out this low here, giving the breakthrough to the downside, and whatever we have here is a supply. We have our supply zone, our supply zone at that level there, and we still have some series of liquidity that the market has swept out, although the market hasn't completely swept out liquidity, because we still have some at this level there. So for now, on our DXY, we should be seeing from a daily time frame, we should be seeing a push to the downside or continuous push to the downside or on our daily time frame. That's what we are seeing on our DXY. Heading on to our 4 time frame. On our 4 time frame, we will understand that we're going to delete the analysis on the daily time frame. On our 4 time frame, we can understand that we are still very bearish. The daily time frame is correlating with the weekly retracement or complex correction, and also correlating with the daily time frame. So the daily time frame is correlating with the 4-hour time frame and the weekly time frame. Okay, so what we have here is we have a break of structure to the downside. Although we have seen some two sides of opportunity. We're gonna first of all start with the sell opportunities that we have on our chart, and we also have these supply zones here, and we have some liquidity at the top there. We have liquidity at that level there. So we had the break of structure to the downside, liquidity at the top there that would love to be swept out. And looking at the buy side, we have a demand zone there, which obviously the market reacted to. We have a demand zone there, which obviously the market reacted to, and that demand zone previously led to a supply failure. So we had a supply failure at that point there. As I want to highlight as a change of character, and the supply failure at that point. And when market came out into demand zone, what market created created a perfect change of character. As you can see, a market scout just lows there, and also went ahead to take out these highs at the top there. So we have a perfect change of character being formed at that level there. And what do we have there? Looking at our charts, we have our demand zone created at this point, which market is currently reacting to our trading above the demand zone. Now, what are the possibilities that we can see happening on the 4-hour time frame? Possibilities are for the market to buy from that level to this very top there and sell, take out liquidity at the bottom, because what we have here can be liquidity. If market reacts to the supply zone there, automatically what we have under here would be for liquidity. So the possibilities for the market to buy from this level there to react to the supply zone and also take out liquidity at that bottom there. And there's also a high probability of market to give a reaction to the supply zone, give a strong pullback and take out that supply zone there. And that can also happen, and there's still a high probability of the market reacting to this demand zone, giving a reaction, give a supply demand failure and continue it push to the downside. So these are the three possible scenarios that we should be expecting on our chart, and what happens is that we're gonna flow it from what we see happening. Okay, so that's what we are seeing on the DXY weekly, daily time frame and 4-hour time frame. That's where we're going to be at the what Euro USD. And on Euro USD, as always, starting from our weekly time frame on Euro USD. On Euro USD, you can see that Euro USD is doing the exact opposite of what DXY has been doing. Euro USD has been stuck in a very strong bearish trend. It's very strong bearish trend from the top there. You can clearly see overall weekly as at 2010 down to this very period. We have been very bearish on Euro USD. Okay, so Euro USD overall is stuck in a bearish trend, and what we are currently experiencing, what we are currently seeing happening inside here, it's a what? It's a complex retracement. What we are currently seeing happening from here down to the top, everything happening down there is a what? Complex retracement. On Euro USD, we are still quite very deep invest of what is happening on DXY, and I want to put in some of our analysis on our chart here. I want to put in most of our analysis on our chart there. Our technical tools, sorry, we can understand that our technical tools, you can understand that this is a supply zone at the top there, which can give a reaction, which can probably turn out to be a higher time frame zone and can be the valid supply zone that would lead to the push to the downside. And also you still look at the short for the sell side opportunity, and looking at the buy side, we still have our break of structure to the upside there, and we have our demand zone at that point there. We have our demand zone at that point there. We have our demand zone at that point there. So there's high probability from our daily weekly perspective for the market to give a push to the downside, react to the demand zone, and also continue going up. And there's also a high probability of market coming down here, giving a reaction to the supply zone, sorry, the demand zone, and giving a supply demand flip and continue feed downside. So whatever that happens there will determine how we're going to be reacting from this chart. Okay, on our weekly time frame overall, we are bearish, but currently what we are experiencing on the chart is a strong bullish retracement. And for now, we cannot say that the market is ready to sell, because the market is yet to take out this lows here. It's still trading above the highs and also trading above the low. So until market takes out this low, then we can see that we are about to sell. We can confirm that the sales are coming, but for now, although we are still inside the supply zone, we are not yet confirmed that we are selling this market. Now, heading on to our daily time frame to get more information on what to expect for the week. On our daily time frame, you can clearly understand that looking at the present price action, which is this that we are seeing here, present price action, we could understand that we are still very bullish on our daily time frame, where you can see market take out structures to the upside. You have market create series of, from this level there, market create series of higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. What a higher high has been formed. Currently, what are we expecting? A higher low and continue expectation of other flow. So that's what we are seeing on the Eurusd on the daily time frame. We are still still in a strong bullish trend. But the market take out this high and we have our demand zone created at this level there. So on the Euro USD on our screen there, we can see expecting a strong push from this level to the upside, or we can be looking at the market taking out these lows here. Market takes out these lows there, then we shall be confirming our sell opportunities to the downside. As we are seeing on our daily time frame and on our 4-hour time frame. We are deleting analysis from the weekly and the day time frame. And for our time frame, we can understand that the market has been trading inside the range. And for our time frame, we can understand the market has been trading inside the range, inside these highs here, and also inside these lows here. That's what the market is trading. The market had trading inside this range because we have the first rejection, second rejection, and third rejection, even the fourth rejection. So the market has been trading inside that range. I want to put in some analysis inside the range. I want to put in some analysis on the range. You clearly understand that we first had a break of structure to the upside. At that point, the market took out that high at that level there, and we also have this demand zone. By the demand zone at this point, which the market was reacting from. At that level, which market was reacting from, and also took out that high. So basically, we still have some sort of whole lot of liquidity at this level there, a whole lot of liquidity at this point there. I remember we are coming from a monthly time frame at that point. Now the high probability that should happen on this chart is high probability of this market taking out this liquidity downside and continue its upside movement. There's a high probability of that happening. You want to put in technical tools, you can understand that we have market take out this high here and market also taking out this low here, giving a change of character to the downside. And currently, what's happening on the chart? We are currently back into this supply zone. We're currently back trading into supply zone after this week's swept and liquidity at the top there. So we're currently back trading inside the supply zone and can still give some high probability for the market to give a push to the downside, take out liquidity and probably fall to the upside. So that's what we are seeing on the 4-hour time frame for the sell opportunities. And when I look at our buy opportunities, there's still a high probability of the market giving a reaction to the supply zone and making supply zone to fail. And what we have here is the buy opportunity. But for now, we are still quite bearish because the market hasn't taken out this high at that point. The market has already taken out the previous day already formed, but hasn't taken out a high. So that was our expectation on the Euro USD. The next we are looking at is the Gbpusd, and as always, we are starting from our weekly time frame. And on our weekly time frame, we could clearly see that we are still very bearish. On our weekly time frame, we are in a bearish market trend where we could see the market create series of overall. We are in a bearish market trend where you could see market create some series of lower lows after I had jump at the top there. Market create series of lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. and lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and continue in that same manner. So what we are basically seeing is we are experiencing a what still the same market structure as the USD, experiencing a what a bullish complex retracement. We are experiencing a bullish complex retracement where we could see the market currently reacted from a demand zone at that level. The market reacting from the demand zone at that level. The market has taken out these lows to the downside. That's given a change of character and also taking out these highs at this level there. So that's what we are seeing on GBPUSD trade, and we also have our demand zone significantly at this level there. So basically, and looking at our sell side, the market is still currently trading inside a higher time frame supply zone. The market is still currently trading inside a higher time frame demand supply zone, although we are still having our complex placement still happening. Going on to our now, let's look at the high probability of the weekly time frame before we head on to our daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, there's high probability of market giving a push to the downside and continue in bullish market structures will probably react to a higher time frame supply zone at the top there, or there's still a high probability that the market can decide to start selling from there to take out these lows there and continue in the. But for now, our sell opportunities are not yet confirmed. Our sell opportunities are not yet confirmed because you clearly see the market is trading above this high and also trading above this low. Market is trading above the high and also trading above this low. So our sell opportunities will only be confirmed when we see a change of character that's for the market to change, trade below this low, then we can say we are about to sell in this market. Okay. On our daily time frame, we could clearly understand that on our daily time frame, we could see that we are in a very strong bullish retracement. We are in a bullish retracement on the chart there where we could see markets came to the demand zone, took out this low, gave a change of character, went ahead and took out that high, probably reacted to some inefficiency or some imbalance at that point there. We went high, created a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, higher high, a higher low, and a higher high. So basically, on our daily time frame, we are still quite really bullish on our daily time frame because market has taken our structure to the upside. And we want to focus on the price data that's happening inside here. We want to focus on the price data that's happening inside here. We can understand that the market has taken out these highs here. It's called the first high, it fell because structure to the upside, and also taking out another high at this level there. After taking out that high, we clearly have our demand zone created at this point there. Although that demand zone, I don't think it's going to be a very valid demand zone because we have some series of liquidities at the bottom there. We have some series of liquidity at that level there, which is high probability of market. The market is coming from a high time frame. The high probability of market giving a reaction from there to take out the liquidity has been formed. Okay. On our 4-hour time frame, what can we see? On 4-hour time frame, we could see that the market is still very strongly bullish. Although we are seeing some rejection and that is being formed, but that candle hasn't been confirmed that we are still very bullish. Deleting the previous analysis on the weekly, the 4-hour, and daily time frame. Sorry, weekly and daily time frame. We clearly understand that we have a break of structure at the top. They want to focus on this parallel market structure. You could understand that on the 4-hour time frame we are in a bullish trend. As you can see, market taking out highs and mitigating structures, taking out highs and mitigating demand zones at that level. They are currently what the market has taken out a new high. And what do we have here? We have our demand zone at this point. Now remember, this demand zone also has to do with liquidity. We had liquidity at the downside. Look at our previous week analysis. I noticed that we had liquidity at the upside, and that liquidity at the upside at this point here, which you clearly expect market to take out liquidity and react to the downside, and still have liquidity at the bottom. That market is still yet to sweep. So we are currently trading. Don't forget, we are trading inside a higher time frame supply zone at that point there. So there's a high probability of market taking the momentum it needs to take out the liquidity downside and continues push to downside. Okay, that's what we are seeing on the GBPUSD. And for the buy side scenario, there's a high probability of market coming back into the demand zone in the reaction and continue buying to the upside, or probably the market continue buying from that level there, and create a substructure, and we enter at the top there instead of waiting for the market to come back to the demand. So these are the probabilities that we can see on GBPUSD, and heading on to our next pair, which is the US30, which you're gonna see what we're gonna be speaking on the US30. On US30, I would have some analysis on it, probability and everything. So on our weekly time frame, as always, starting from the weekly time frame as always, we have a should I say we have a consolidating market? Yeah, we had a bearish market, we had a bearish trend from that. The weekly time frame we see the market create some shares of. We had a high at that point there, the market created a what? A lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and a lower low at that point, a lower high and a lower low at that level there. Until market had enough structure to take out this higher, create a what? Higher high. Currently, we are expecting a strong pullback and probably to create a what? High to continue flowing with the overall probably monthly intention of a bullish market. Overall intention of what? Of a bullish market. But for now, we're going to be focusing on what's happening inside these levels there. This is what we're going to focus on what's happening inside it. That's where we're going to put our main point of attraction in, because we want to see what's currently happening on the chart, not what has happened in the past. Okay, now looking at our chart here, we have a change of character at that level there. We will place the market picking out that high, giving a change of character to the top, and we can understand that the market has been stuck in between these levels there, that lows and also in between these highs here. Market is finding it difficult to take out the highs and also finding it difficult to take out the low, although we still have some sorts of liquidity in the chart. Now, if we want to put in some of our technical tools, you can understand that the market has taken out structure to the downside. That's to say, it has given a break of structure to the downside, and we also have our supply zone at the top there, which the market is currently reacting from. A supply zone at the top there, and sort of some supply demand flip happening at that level there after market to got this high liquidity. So we have a demand zone at that point that a reaction, and the demand zone that failed. So there's a high probability that the market is probably pushing to the upside to react to the supply zone at that level there and continue giving its push to the downside. That's what we can see. And there's also a high probability that the market can give something of this nature, reacts from that level there, give a reaction to the supply zone and take out this supply zone, giving the supply demand. This is what we are seeing on our weekly time frame. I head on to the daily time frame to get more insight of what to expect on the chart. On the daily time frame, we could understand that we have lots of liquidity. US30 is fond of creating liquidity, and what does the market? The market will always take out liquidity that's created on US30. So we had the liquidity at that top there, which was taken out with this week, probably taken out most traders, and in finding this our supply zone, we can understand that we still have liquidity at the top there, at that level there, and in finding this supply zone, we have our zone at the top there. So there's high probability that the market will want to take out this liquidity and continue pushing to the downside. That's what we can be seeing or expecting on the US30. High probability that this market will take a liquidity to the upside, give a reaction to supply that also comes down. Okay, and looking at the buy side scenario on the daily time, buy side scenario is the market can decide to take out that high, take out that liquidity at that low point there, cause a break of structure and give something of this nature here. And there's a high probability, still looking at our chart, we can still identify this as a swing low liquidity because it's currently not reacting from any demand zone, is reacting from imbalance. That's a high probability trader. That can also be liquidity that market would love to sweep out. Okay, now looking at our 4-hour time frame to get more insight on our chart, deleting the previous analysis on our time frame. On our 4-hour time frame, we get to understand that we are in a bearish sentiment. We are still we are quite bullish. From there, we are in a bullish correction, but overall, we are in a bearish trend. But currently, we are experiencing a bullish correction. On our 4-hour time frame, We had some sort of liquidity at that point. The way the market swept out with just that week, and market continued taking out progress to the upside, and also we still have some series of liquidity at the bottom that the market has currently taken out. So there's still market is currently trading inside these supplies at the top there, although market has formed some series of equal highs at that point there, equal high liquidity at that point there, which is giving a high probability that the market will sweep it out. The buy side scenario for this chart is the market should come to this demand zone and continue push to the upside. The buy side scenario, the market will come back to the demand zone and continue its push to the upside. And there's also a high probability for the market to react to that supply zone at that point and take cash flows to the downside, or sweep the liquidity at that level there and continue going to the downside, which is kind of the higher probability I would love the market to do on US30. So with that being said, this is what we are going to be expecting for the week. Remember, and please note, this is not a signal. This is just how we are viewing the market. So when you want to take trades from what we are looking at the market, then you should be looking at your own probabilities and the whole other currencies that you use to take trades. You don't just take trades from what we are saying. So this is just what we are expecting. This is not a signal, alright? So with that being said, we have come to the end of our weekly analysis for this video. If there's any pair you would love us to analyze personally, do us a favor and comment it in the comment section of our video. Use the links in the description to follow us on Instagram, subscribe to YouTube channel for more content like this. Do have a great day.